Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new theme park here for Coasters of the Thrills here. Yes, we are actually here in Williamsburg, Virginia, and we're actually going to be here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg in today's visit here. And alright guys, so welcome back to a brand new video here for Coasters of the Thrills here. And today we are here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg for the very first time here for the channel. And if you actually were previously checking, we were actually here. I did say we're going to come to Virginia, and today's actually the day we're going to be here. Sorry if I didn't keep you any of the updates, but we are actually here in person. This is actually the England section of the park. Sorry if I'm wrong here, but this is actually my very first visit to Busch Gardens Williamsburg for the very first time here. The park just opened. I believe it's going to open in a few minutes, but they already let us in. And this is going to be a very interesting visit that's going to come on by. We're going to show you all the things to know about here for Busch Gardens Williamsburg, all in today's visit here for the theme parks. And this is one of 3 theme parks we're going to be going to, but you can see the huge England thing, which is actually right over here, which actually looks pretty cool. So we're going to go around the park, and we're going to show you all the updates here for Busch Gardens Williamsburg. We actually got the pass for the film on the ride, so that's actually pretty good. So you can see there's a little bit of a wait to actually for the park to fully open up. So we're going to stay here for a little bit, but when the park opens up, we'll know, and it should be interesting. All right, the park has opened up, and we're actually rushing on in here. So I believe we're going to head over to Loch Ness Monster first here to do our first roller coaster. I guess we're going to head over to Loch Ness Monster for our very first roller coaster of the day here. Over there would be Finnegan's Flyer, and I believe over there would be, I don't really know because this is actually my very first time here at the park. And we're going to go over here to Loch Ness Monster. We're going to go straight ahead, and because that line can actually get very long there. So we're going to go over there. I actually got a media pass as well to record on the rides, which is actually pretty good. So we're going to head over here, and it should be interesting. So I believe this is actually the best way to do it over here, to head over to Loch Ness Monster first, because they actually, if you don't know, they actually rethemed the whole entire coaster just recently, and it actually has a whole new retheme, which we're going to actually ride today, which will actually be very cool. But we might film it because we did get the media pass, but we're going to head over there really quick here and hopefully wish for the best here. So yeah. Okay, so I think our first roller coaster is going to be Loch Ness Monster over here. As you can see, the main entrance is right over here. So I guess we're going to go ahead and hop on the ride. I think it's actually open, so I think it's actually a very good move to go on Loch Ness Monster first over here. So we're at the hop on the ride, and we'll see how this goes, and maybe we'll get you right on the POVs here, and we're at to go on Loch Ness Monster. So we'll give you our full review right after the ride. So let's go ahead and let's hop on Loch Ness Monster. All right, we are currently in line for the Loch Ness Monster for the new retheme that's going to go around here. We're actually in the queue right here, and we're actually going to go. You can actually see the station over there, which actually looks pretty cool over there. We're going to have to get on this very shortly, and I'm pretty sure, I guess we're just going to film the ride. Hopefully we can actually get the front row, which would be great, especially for the channel here. So we're at the hop on the ride, and should be great here. It's an old classic coaster, one of the first roller coasters that opened up here in Busch Gardens Williamsburg. So we're at to go on the ride, and should be interesting. Alright guys, we just did Loch Ness Monster just recently. I don't know how well this the footage came out, because you know it's just like, I mean, look at the line right now, man. Oh gosh. But it was actually a fun ride. It was actually very, very good. And you can actually really feel that really classic feel of that roller coaster right there, which was actually pretty awesome. It's actually pretty good, and man, that line is getting very, very long right now. So thank goodness I did this just now, because man, this is a very good timing right there. But very good move here. So we just did Loch Ness Monster, and it was actually very, very good. So more of the review in a minute. Man, I think that was the best timing ever. We just literally just walked on right after it. Just got a very long line. But we're gonna show you some cool views of the Loch Ness Monster right here, which is actually very cool. They actually, I don't know if you noticed in the video right there, but they actually have like a little of a monster statue. They actually did retheme the ride, and it's actually very cool. That tunnel right there used to be very, very dark right there, but I can see as the Loch Ness Monster goes over there, man, you can see Alpengeist right over here, with which we'll get on very shortly. You can see Griffin right over here as well, which will be very fun to go on later as well, and very, very cool. But as you can see, that they actually were over here in the area where the Loch Ness Monster went through, and it was actually very good. You could actually really feel that Jake on the ride, and this thing was actually very, very awesome. The very first roller coaster we rode for the day here. You can see that they actually added a dragon statue, which is actually right over here, which actually they actually just added that just recently, and they actually rethemed the whole entire ride right over here. So yeah, man, look at this. yeah, I mean, that's actually very, very cool, man. It was a very good ride too. But we're gonna go over here and see what we can do next. I don't know where this area is, but yeah, man, Loch Ness Monster was it was actually pretty good. I would almost give it like a maybe a let's give it around like maybe like a 7 or something. I mean, it was geek. You really definitely feel that jank over here. This is actually the Rhine River cruise. You have to turn the other way here in a minute, but yeah. There it goes. Very awesome. And you can see something right over here. They actually have the thing about the Loch Ness Monster, which is actually over here. Yeah, you can see if you want to pause the video and check the stuff, what it says right there. It's actually very cool, but yeah, pretty good ride. All right, so I'm sorry if I was a little bit can't really speak there because I just got here and you know, just didn't really know what to do. But yeah, we just did Loch Ness Monster, and so I'm a little bit out of breath because I was trying to rush that right there. But it was actually very good. Yeah, man, you can really feel that jank for that really good classic roller coaster right there. And it was the very first roller coaster that did open up here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. And man, yeah, it was good. But you can actually feel that really that stuff right there. But yeah, man, it was actually very good, and definitely highly guaranteed to ride that ride. And yeah, it was awesome. All right, so one thing I do want to mention about Busch Gardens Williamsburg, this place actually has a lot of trees, and it's kind of like, you know, how Virginia is and all that stuff, but it's actually very good around here as well. We're going to have to come over here to Finnegan's Flyer, which is the next area ride we're going to head over to. But very good timing for Loch Ness Monster. They're very, very glad that I got that out of the way. Really, very first thing. All right, so you can see we are entering the Irish festival, the Irish themed area of the park here. You can actually see Finnegan's Flyer, which is actually right over here. This one's actually very, very cool. It goes off like a whole entire cliff, kind of like a setting there when you actually ride the ride. And it's actually very cool how they actually have that. We'll get that a little bit more later on. We're actually gonna go and get lunch real quick so we can get lunch out of the way real quick. But yes, we're in the this part of the park, the Irish part, and there's entrance for Finnegan's Flyer right there, by the way. But we're gonna go over here and try to find something to eat real quick before we continue on with our day here. So I'll show you what area we're gonna stop by, and should be interesting. Okay, so we got something for lunch, and we're gonna head over to our next roller coaster of the day, and it's gonna be Griffin. And this is actually a dive coaster for, if you know, from SheiKra back at Busch Gardens Tampa. This is actually one of the, this is kind of similar, but it has an extra element for Griffin, as you can see right here, and actually has a splashdown. So I have to go on Griffin pretty shortly. Might film it, might go on it twice maybe, and maybe we'll do it twice just because if it's actually a short wait time, we will. And as you can see over here, we're gonna go ahead and hop on the ride, and should be interesting. All right, so I think we should go ahead and go on Griffin, as you can see, which is right over here. And right after we go on the ride, we will give you all the how it is and all the things and what I think about the ride after we do go on Griffin. And should be interesting. So we're going to go on the ride, and we'll give you my thoughts after we ride. And cannot wait. So the next roller coaster is going to be Griffin, and we're going to go on the ride right now. Second row POV of Griffin. All right, here we go. just got off of Griffin, and it was actually pretty good. And that was actually a very good ride on Griffin that we just had there, and it was actually pretty good. So the thoughts on the ride, we'll catch you to the next flip here in a minute, because, you know, for the full thoughts. But it was actually pretty good, and it was definitely, I don't really have a lot of words for it, but it was just very good. Felt all the air times and all the good stuff about this ride, so it was actually very good. Alright, so we just did Griffin, and it was actually pretty good, and I got the second row, and man, they could feel all those G's, and everything was actually very great. A very good change from all the regular Florida coasters that I do, and it was actually a very, very good change right there. So we just did Griffin, and it was very, very good, and it was probably one of the probably a good ride on that. We got the second row, and it was actually pretty good. So we're gonna see what we're gonna do next, and just see what we can do from here. All right, so our next roller coaster might be InvadR, if this ride is actually even open up, which hopefully it is, but you can actually see the whole entire texture right before you go on the ride here. So we're going to go on this very shortly, and it should be interesting. All right, so as you can see, we're about to go on Le Scoot. We Scoot, if that's how you announce it. Sorry if that's wrong, but we just did InvadR, and it was actually pretty good. It was actually a really good wooden roller coaster. I haven't really ridden a wooden roller coaster, only the ones that were from Dollywood over there, but this one was still good. Didn't really feel a lot of those G's on that one, but as you see, we're about to go on We Scoot, which is a water ride. We're gonna try to film this ride and hopefully get a POV, but you know, it's been looking like we've been getting like second row POVs and a lot of stuff from like Griffin and the other one, which was Loch Monster. But we're gonna try to go on this one and wish for the best here for Le Scoot, and I don't know how well I'll get, but you'll just see after in the video. So let's go ahead and let's hop on the ride. All right, I just did Le Scoot, and I actually didn't even get that soaked at all on the ride, which was actually pretty good. And I actually did a POV because actually it was only like the only one on like the whole entire thing there, so it was actually pretty good. And it was actually a pretty good experience, and I didn't get that much wet, as you can see, which is actually good, especially a good ride to, especially if you want to cool off this hot, and it's actually not even that bad, especially if you don't want to get that wet. But it was actually pretty good, and that was actually a pretty good experience for that ride. So pretty good. We're gonna give our thoughts here in a minute for more of the other attractions here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. So stay tuned, and pretty good so far. So yeah, the two attractions down over in this area, InvadR and the Le Scoot, Loch Flume, or whatever you say, which was actually pretty good. So now we're gonna head over to Alpengeist, hopefully, and try to go on that roller coaster, which is over there. So I forgot to mention there's actually the Food and Wine Festival that's still currently going on. Excuse me, there for Busch Gardens Williamsburg. So that goes on till June 9th. So this is actually the very last week for the Food and Wine Festival, because of course, and the one in Tampa already ended. But we're gonna try to go over to Alpengeist, and should be around here somewhere, but you can see we're over back by Griffin, so we'll see what we'll do. Man, I have to get on that more, hopefully later on. This is a pretty good theme park here. All right, so we're gonna head over to Alpengeist next for our very first next roller coaster of the day here, and it should be interesting how this will actually ride here. Hopefully, I doubt we're gonna get like a front row POV of this ride, but we're just trying to try our best, because I am gonna try to get as much footage as I can here for Busch Gardens Williamsburg. But we'll try, and we'll get on Alpengeist in a minute. All right, so you can see that Loch Flume over there. That was the ride we just did just recently, and we're gonna go over to Alpengeist next. And yeah, this thing is gonna be, I heard a lot of good things about Alpengeist, and I cannot wait to go on this roller coaster for the very first time over here. So we're gonna have to go over here very shortly here, and as we make our way over here, as you see, there's a gift shop for Alpengeist itself. Man, look at this thing, man. We're about to go on this very shortly here, and I cannot wait. So as we are over here, this is where the entrance is going to be for Alpengeist, which is right over here, as you can see. So we're about to go on the ride, and should be interesting, and hopefully we'll see about the footage, and hopefully we can ride this a couple of times around here. So we're about to go on Alpengeist, and should be interesting. So let's go ahead and let's hop on the ride. right, Alpengeist. We're about to go on the ride, hopefully, and we'll see how what depends on this for Montu, and we'll get you and see how this ride is actually compared to Montu for Alpengeist, and it's gonna be my first time on the ride, and hopefully we can get a couple of rides on this one, and we'll try our best to get a POV as we can. So let's go ahead and let's go on Alpengeist, shall we? Why does that have a trim? Heck yeah! Oh, that was awesome. Man, all right, guys, we just did Alpengeist, and man, that was actually pretty surprising. Actually, some of those elements took me by surprise, man. I got like the back row too, and that was actually insane for Alpengeist right there, man. That was actually very, very good. Highly guarantee. I almost think it's almost better than Montu in some ways, which is actually kind of crazy there because I rode Montu a lot of times. But man, Alpengeist is just that good, man. You have to ride this coaster right here, man. This coaster is was actually that good, man. I got the back row, and man, Alpengeist just keeps just hauling, man. Imagine riding that thing at night. That would be insane, man. That would be crazy. But we'll get some cool views of Alpengeist when we actually go right over here. Man, this thing was awesome, dude. I'm telling you, man. This was quite an experience. But as you can see, as the Alpengeist is all around here, as you can see. And man, this was insane right here. You can see Griffin going in the background over there. And we can see Alpengeist when it goes here in just a few minutes. So yeah, guys, that was pretty insane. We're actually going to go in Germany now, as we are currently in this area, as we are over here just to check this out for the very first time over here in Germany. We are going to try to head over to Pantheon, Appollos, Chariot, and to Pesto very, very soon. This is a cool fountain, but we're going to try to head over there very, very soon, and hopefully we can do it. So if you're wondering how many rides we did so far, we did Loch Ness Monster, we did Griffin, we did, let's see here, what else did we do? We did Griffin, we did, if I get my memory correct, we did InvadR, we did the Log Flume, and then we just did Alpengeist twice. And that was actually pretty good. And you can see there's actually the Sky Ride, that's actually over here as well. So we're gonna go see what other areas all around here, and should be interesting. All right, so I think our next attraction, if we can do it, is gonna be Dart Coaster, and which is the coaster is right over here, and I think we can actually go on the ride. I do have the media thing, so I think we can actually go ahead and hop on this. You can see this is what the car looks like right over here when you actually board on the ride. And this is going to be very cool. It's only like a 25-minute wait, man. That's actually pretty good just to showcase. We're going to showcase the queue line here as well. So see what good stuff is in here for Dart Coaster. All right, so as you see, this is the current queue line for Dart Coaster over here, which actually looks pretty cool. That's actually around here, as you can see. I think we're about to get on the the attraction pretty soon over here. So we're about to get on the ride and hopefully can get a POV of this attraction, and it should be interesting. All right, guys. So we just did Dark Coaster. We just got off the ride not too long ago. It was actually pretty good. I mean, that was actually very, very well themed there, and it was actually very good. And yeah, I mean, it was actually a pretty good ride for that time that we just had on there. It was the theming was actually very, very, very good, and man, you could actually feel all that that intense and stuff. It was actually very great. And so we just did a Dark Coaster not too long ago, and now we have only about like 4 more coasters to do here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, which will be very, very soon here. So it was a good ride. We got the POV, of course, which you know, I didn't get to do really that well in the POVs just because it was the thing, because you know, I can't get the front row because you know everyone was like just like jumps in the front row and stuff. But you know, it is what it is. But we're gonna go over in this area and see what this big building here is all about. So we're gonna have to go in there, and should be interesting. Wow, man, I see. This is actually a very. All right, so we're here in the I guess the building we were previously mentioned. This is actually very cool. It's actually a place we can actually eat. We might try it out more later on, or when we come for maybe after like dinner or something. But it's a pretty nice place. We'll showcase this more if we can come back more later on. It's like different kinds of things you can actually get over here. So it's actually pretty interesting, and we'll showcase this more a little bit more later on. So yeah. All right, so I think our next attraction is going to be Verbolten, which is it's actually a pretty good coaster that's actually around here. So I got some water right here, so I'm going to finish this before I get on the ride over here for Verbolten. And of course, we're going to get the ride footage and all that. So we'll be on here very shortly, and should be interesting. All right, next coaster is going to be Verbolten. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of a line right there, but hopefully it won't be too bad over here. So we're about to go into the attraction, and hopefully, and let's go ahead and let's go on the ride. All right, so we just did Verbolten, and it was actually pretty good. I actually got a front row POV of the coaster right there, so hopefully that will go well. There was one part where the camera actually slipped up, and hopefully that's fine there. But it was actually pretty good for Verbolten. So I only have like 3 coasters left, and I don't know about Pantheon, because Pantheon I haven't seen it running all day, so I don't know really what to say about that. But hopefully will actually be open. But we're gonna head over there, and hopefully we can get more re-rides on the coasters later on, and we'll see what will happen. But yeah, we just did Verbolten, and it was actually pretty good. You know, it was actually very good, especially seeing it on YouTube. Well, I finally got to ride it there, so it was actually very good. So next is going to be Appollos, Chariot, and Tepesto is going to be our next coaster we're going to try to go over and do. But as you can tell, this is one of the parts for Verbolten, which is right over here, which actually looks pretty cool. Maybe we will see it go by here in a minute. And there it goes. Yeah, man, that was actually pretty good. You'll see the POV probably pretty soon there, but yeah, it was good. And we're gonna head over to this is actually a nice view, as you can see with all the Pantheon in the distance over there. So pretty interesting. Yeah, that shot's very cool for Verbolten, which is over there. So I actually just saw Pantheon just testing recently, so we're gonna go over there, and hopefully we can actually catch our ride on Pantheon over here. So all right, so we just did the flying machine over here, and this actually used to be one of the drop towers, which was actually Sandstorm, which was actually over here, which was replaced the Sandstorm, and now they actually have a flying machine over here, which we just did. And it was okay. I mean, nothing wasn't too bad, but you know, this is what replaced that drop tower that used to be over here, and now it's just called the flying machine, which is actually pretty interesting how that happened there. But pretty interesting stuff here. And as you see, they actually have a ship over here, which is actually like a Phoenix kind of thing, but it's actually currently closed right now, so we can't go on the ride. But that's one of the attractions that are over here as well, and pretty interesting. So overall, what do you think about Busch Gardens Williamsburg here in Virginia? It's really the different kind of place rather than Tampa. So we're gonna head over here to the roller coasters, Appollos, Chariot, and Tempesto, and hopefully Pantheon, if that's actually even open. And I have to switch the batteries out soon because I actually brought an extra pair of batteries because my GoPro's about to die, but good thing we're in Loch, so we're gonna do that very soon. So we might get more re-rides a little bit more later on with Loch Ness Monster and stuff. It just depends, and hopefully more of the water rides. The park does close at 7 p.m., so we'll see what will happen. And you can see the huge spike over there, which is Pantheon. I cannot wait. All right, so the roller coaster over here, as you can see, is Tempesto and Appollos Chariot. I believe that Appollos Chariot's entrance is actually right over there, so I think we're gonna go ahead and hop on this coaster and see how this will go here. Hopefully it's a decent wait time here for this attraction, and we're at to go on the ride here, so it should be interesting, and we'll give you the results after we ride, and it should be interesting. So let's go ahead and let's go on Appollos Chariot. Did Tempesto, and you know, Tempesto is just basically just like the Skyrocket 2 there. It was like nothing really too special, but I'll catch you in the next clip when we can get on the speaker here. Alright, so we just did Appollos Chariot. That was actually very surprising the first time. I don't know why it was kind of more better on the first time than the next time I rode it, which was actually pretty interesting. I guess it's just because of the seat I got on the ride, which you can actually see Appollos Chariot. And there's Tempesto, which is right over here, as you can see. And yeah, Appollos Chariot was actually very good. And there's one of the circus rides over there, but yeah, Tempesto is just like Tigris, basically just like the Skyrocket 2, and then Appollos Chariot was actually very good. You can feel that G-force on the trims and everything, which was actually very good. So I was actually a good ride on Appollos Chariot, and highly guarantee to ride that ride if you come down here to Virginia, to Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Highly guarantee it, and you won't be disappointed. But yeah, these Tempesto was pretty good, but yeah, Appollos Chariot is probably one of like the best between this one and Alpengeist. I think maybe Alpengeist. It's just a hard tie between this one and Appollos. This one and Tempesto. Yeah, in a minute. But we're gonna head over to Pantheon, and we're actually gonna go over here and showcase the area for the very first time here for Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and get you right on that. I have the pass. We can hopefully get a front row POV if he will let me go on the ride. Oh, by the way, I haven't really, how was all the rides you rode today at Busch Gardens Williamsburg? I mean, we haven't really interviewed you there, so what did you think of Griffin? Come on, bro, you have to at least talk it to the video, man. What did you think of Griffin? What about Alpengeist?
Oh, I hated that.
Wait, you hated that? What do you mean you hated Alpengeist? How was that terrible? Oh wow, Pantheon's only a 5-minute wait as we speak. So this is actually very good. Let's get the GoPro on so you know they don't question about the stuff like they've been doing. And then let's go ahead and let's go on Pantheon. It's only a 5-minute wait. So hopefully we can get as many rides as we can, especially since the park closes at 7 p.m. But we'll get his interview after we get Pantheon, because he can use to talk more in these videos, man, I'm telling you. I don't know, but we're about to go on Pantheon, and it's only a 5-minute wait, so let's hop on the ride. All right, here's all the queue lines for all the cool texture that they have over here for Pantheon as we head on to the coaster here, and all this cool stuff all around here. And it's actually very cool. And hopefully we can actually get a POV of this ride, because it's only a 5-minute wait. So hopefully this will actually go pretty well out here. So yeah, man, I mean, it was okay, but oh, and one more thing. Do you think 305 or 325 is going to be better tomorrow? You better not say that, dude.
326.
Oh, okay, well, we're about to go on Pantheon. Look at that huge spike up there, man. That's going to be insane, but we're about to hop on the ride. It's only a 5-minute wait, so hopefully this won't be too bad, so let's do it. All right, so I just got a front row ride on Pantheon for my very first ride on Pantheon right there. And that was actually pretty good. I actually got a POV, so should be up by now, but hopefully, and that was actually very good right there for Pantheon. That was actually very good. And man, I don't know, man, that between Velocicoaster, man, this is gonna be tough for me now, but that was actually very good for Pantheon. And yeah, man, you could really feel that spike there, man. That was insane there. But yeah, Pantheon was actually very, very good. Highly guarantee it. And I got the POV, so you can see all that in the videos when it comes out there. So that was actually very good for Pantheon there. So it was actually very good. And man, we pretty much accomplished every single roller coaster here for Busch Gardens Williamsburg now. So that's actually very good. So we might do some more re-rides and hopefully go on some water rides. I did go on the Loch, which was Le Scoot. And now hopefully we can actually go over to Escape from Pompeii, so we'll see. All right, so we're gonna head over here and eat dinner over here. As you can see, there's a we're gonna go over there in just a few minutes. October Zest, which is actually coming soon, but we're gonna head over here. Hopefully it's actually open, but we'll see. So we just did Verbolten again. One thing I actually forgot to mention is that this used to be the Big Bad Wolf. And it's actually interesting how that worked out there. But you can see it's Verbolten. I just got off a second time, and just to let you guys know what the time is, it's currently about 5:41. So yeah, so we still have about an hour left here in the park. See for Verbolten. So we're gonna try to make it as best as we can, and we'll see what we'll do here. So hopefully we can get more coasters here. All right, so our very first next attraction for us today is going to be Escape from Pompeii here, and we're going to try to get a POV or as best as we can. We're about to get on this ride. We're about to get soaked probably, and just look how cool this is. So we're about to go on the water ride, and looks like there's actually no line at all for this ride. Here it goes right here. I mean, oh, you get sprayed too, man. You can get sprayed badly over here too, so that's gonna be crazy. But oh man, this is gonna be crazy. But we're gonna have to go on the water ride, and we'll see what Escape from Pompeii. So this might have like a little similarity to Journey to Atlantis, but the fire effects in here are actually very, very cool. How this actually works for Escape from Pompeii. So we're about to do the ride and hopefully get a POV of this, because I haven't really done a lot of POVs with water rides before. So let's go ahead and let's do it. All right, we just got off, and I didn't really even get that wet on the ride. I did a POV of like at least like the third to like fourth row or something, but I didn't even get that wet at all on this ride. So that's pretty interesting. Maybe they just tone down the water just because, you know, it's not that hot, and it's supposed to, the park is closing soon for this attraction behind me, but it was still good. But anyways. All right, guys, so I guess I'll be doing here for Busch Gardens Williamsburg for today's visit here. It was a very good visit that went on by. As you can see, the park is now closed. We did do one more ride on Alpengeist, which was actually pretty good. And one last look at Busch Gardens Williamsburg before we leave. And you have the Eiffel Tower, which looks very, very awesome over here. And like a clock tower, excuse me there. But it looks actually pretty cool. And we're about to exit out of the park here for Busch Gardens Williamsburg. And it was a good day. So if you like what we do here on Coasters of Thrills, oh, and by the way, this is only day one of the theme park trip. Tomorrow is going to be King's Dominion, so make sure to stay tuned when that tomorrow when that comes around, and stay tuned for the video. So it was a good visit and the first theme park done for our 2024 trips here for 2024. So I guess I'll be doing here for Coasters of the Thrills here. We'll catch you later on in the next of the vlogs tomorrow at King's Dominion. Until then, this is Coasters of the Thrills. I'm out.